set off. Who's the first settlers? People that came to America.
Well, before the white man came,
Yeah.
this was Native American land. This was Comanche land.
It was?
This was Comanche land.
All right.
And around came the 1600s, and the Spanish brought the horses, and they became friends with the natives, but not the Comanche. Later on in history, the French had come through this area,
Right.
and then the French were no longer present in this area after some land purchases by Americans,
Right.
forcing the French out. The Mexicans took over this area, and then after that, the Texas fought Mexico for its own independence.
Great. I
And
never
then-
knew that.
And then after that, Texas became a country. So that's 4 countries right there. So 4 countries. And then after that, in the Civil War, so we've got Spanish, well, Comanche, but that's not technically a country. So we'll just say Spanish, French,
U.S.
Mexico,
Mexico.
Texas,
All right.
and then the Confederacy,
Oh, the Confederates.
and then America. So 6, and that's why if you've heard of Six Flags, the
Right.
amusement park, the first one was in Texas, and it was called the Six Flags over Texas in Dallas. That's the first Six Flags. And so there has been 6 different countries that flew their flags over this land. But the one that stayed strong through it all was the Comanche. And the Comanche was the fiercest warrior. This warrior was the one that the Comanche, the Native Americans, Comanches, mastered the horse by the virtue of the Spanish bringing them here.
Right.
And so right now we would see a Comanche, a common thing they would do is hang off the side of their horse. So
Really?
they'd come riding up to you and you wouldn't even see them. You would just see a horse, and then they would have the side of the horse facing you, and they would be on the other side hanging by the neck, and they'd
Really?
run right up to you, and then they'd stand right up tall and shoot you with an arrow. And
Holy cow.
the Texas Rangers could not keep up with them. So the Colt company that made weapons
Right.
had designed the revolver. And the Texas Rangers, debatably, were the first and most talented to ever use the revolver. And that's what won Texas, was the Colt revolver and the Texas Rangers.
Wow. That's a heck of a story, boy. You know what? You're just a wealth of knowledge.
I read lots of books. I listen to podcasts. It's a good time.
You got it, buddy.